I have 60 new cases of HIV nationally every day. 30% are below the age of 18. That's about 20. That's a lot.
Tingin mo saan nanggagaling yan?
To me, these are very young people that now will end up with antiretroviral therapy for the rest of their life. Parang too young to be an HIV positive to me. Before, a decade ago, our HIV positives were 25 to 35 years old. Today, meron 12. We have 12. Majority are 15. The sad part is when a youth like a 15-year-old gets positive, we need parental consent to treat them. We lose them. From the treatment hub, they turn out positive, they disappear. We've had cases that they would come back with advanced HIV. Mahirap na gamutin and will go become AIDS. Sayang, di ba? And I think I can understand the demographic because our demographic of the key population are boys having sex with boys. Di ba? If you're a boy and then you got HIV from this kind of gender choice, mahirap sabihin sa tatay mo yun. So they just disappear and we don't find them. So they come back more advanced. So we just hope more testing. We're increasing testing, making it available in the treatment hub. We're getting young people.
And these are free testing, right?
This is free testing. Even the ARV is free. It's covered by PhilHealth. You cannot buy the antiretrovirals from the butika. You have to go to a treatment hub to get this. But it's available basta nagpapatest ka. So I'm hoping our youth kasi I think is the generation that didn't see the AIDS. I grew up, I graduated medicine in 1983. That was the year the AIDS virus was discovered. And we saw on magazines and TV shows what an AIDS patient looked like. I handled AIDS patient in
So
the
do you think
hospital.
there's lack of awareness
I
campaign?
think there's a lack of awareness and that's what we're hyping up. We want more people to understand what is AIDS, how do you get HIV,
Right.
How do you prevent getting HIV. Now there's even PrEP, prophylactic meds for if you had been on risky exposure. There's also the use of condom. Of course, I will not stop use of condom because it also prevents the other sexually transmitted infection. So kailangan din talaga yon. So condom use and of course, being honest with your partner. What is your status? So that means getting tested regularly, especially if your sexual preferences.
But there are other ways to get HIV, like, of course, yung shared needles, blood.
Very little in the Philippines. 90% of us is young men having sex with young men. So that's our number one.
That's a study.
Yeah, that's the statistic. That's the demographic. Ang prostitutes kasi, or what do you call that, prostitutes? The sex workers. The sex workers, the nocturnal workers, they get tested regularly. So I discovered this during the monkeypox outbreak. We'd go to these massage parlors with for this gender, and they don't get tested because it says in the law it's the women that get tested. So the women are luckier; they get HIV testing regularly if they're in that trade, if they're in that profession.
Sag, baka sabihin naman nila you're genderizing.
Well, the key is it's voluntary. In fact, what I want to happen now is that we now include HIV testing for pregnant women. So what I want is what we call opt-out testing. So you go apply for a job. HIV will one of those tests that's going to be there. Syphilis is in one of those tests actually. It's called the VDRL. So when you get employment, it's actually part of the screen. So we'd like to put it there. We call it we'd call it opt-out testing. It's up to you. If you don't want to be tested, if you know you're positive anymore, I'm gonna magpa-test. It's your right to actually, your right of privacy to actually do that. So, pwede kang mag-opt-out. But it would be good to have that when you enter college, a scholarship. May check-up tayo doon, X-ray, blood test, urine test. Isama natin yung HIV doon. So, I will get to test more people. We will catch them because I'm thinking we're still not catching all HIV positive. We're still only catching 66%. So there's a 30% that are lost, hindi nagpapatest. Why do we know this? Because when we test them, their CD4 counts are low. What does that mean? They've had the HIV for a long time. And they haven't tested. So we'd like to catch them when their CD4 counts are high so that the treatment will be effective.